New videos every day.
Hi everybody, this is Dr. Jeff Eccles again. Today I want to talk about something that's very, very important to the nutritional field, and that's digestion. It doesn't matter how good the food is, if you can't digest it, your body's not going to be able to break it down and be able to utilize it for fuel. The first thing that happens when we put food in our mouth is hopefully we chew it. And I've been to restaurants where I watch people and it doesn't even look like they're chewing their food. They put the food in their mouth, they reach for their glass of water, and they swallow the food. They kind of wash it down. That's a mistake for several reasons. One is you want to chew the food because it actually tags the proteins with enzymes in our saliva so that when it gets down to the stomach is actually already starting to sort it out. It knows, oh, this is a carbohydrate, this is a protein, this is a fat. It kind of knows a little bit more about what to do with them. So chewing your food is very, very important. Take your time and slow down. So many times we're in such a big hurry. We're eating in the car, we're eating on the run, and that's a real bad idea. First of all, eating is a parasympathetic activity. It means you should be relaxed and kind of in a quiet environment and maybe laughing and having a good time. You don't want to be stressed and running and on the go, because that's a sympathetic activity. And then when you try to mix those two, indigestion can often result. So the first part of digestion is the chewing of the food. And another reason it's not a good idea to drink a lot of water with your meals is because your stomach requires hydrochloric acid, which is produced by the parietal cells in the stomach, to break down those proteins. Now, once you start adding a lot of water to that, you're going to take that hydrochloric acid and you're going to dilute it. Now it can't break down the food that it needs to break down. The food is going to pass into the bowel, the small intestine and the large intestines, undigested. That's going to cause problems. We're going to start developing bloating and gas. When the food goes in the mouth, it does get tagged by the enzymes so it'll know what to do with when it gets to the stomach. We don't want to be drinking a lot of water while we're doing that, because hydrochloric acid is needed in the stomach to break down the food. When we dump all that water in there, and I see people drinking big glasses of water while they're at the restaurant, it's going to dilute that hydrochloric acid. The food is going to be unable to be digested. It's going to pass into the bowel, and it's going to start to rot there. And when that rots, it's going to cause gas problems. Plus, you're not going to be able to get the nutritional value out of it because the food just isn't broken down. If that isn't bad enough, that undigested food starts to break down the lining of the gut. And it can cause what we call leaky gut syndrome. So now particles of food that normally aren't supposed to be in the bloodstream can actually pass through the wall of the intestine, get into the bloodstream, and now we start developing allergies and food allergies and sensitivities like that. It also can set you up for autoimmune disorders and a lot of problems. So one of the key ingredients to health is having proper digestion. So if you're experiencing a lot of gas and a lot of bloating, a lot of times what people will do is they'll take Tums, or they'll take some sort of antacid, or they may even be on a stronger medication like, Prilosec or one of the other proton pump inhibitors. Now, that's kind of like having the fire department come in and put out the fire, but it's actually not fixing anything. As a matter of fact, it can actually cause more problems, because when we have a proton pump inhibitor like Prilosec or one of the other drugs on the market, it actually shuts down the stomach so that it can't produce any more acid. And then that can cause the kind of problems that we've talked about earlier in this video. The real solution to this problem is not to take away the acid, but actually to give our bodies a little bit more acid, unless we have an ulcer or something like that in the stomach, which oftentimes we'll test for to find out. But when we start giving people enzymes, natural enzymes and hydrochloric acid, it helps the body to start breaking that food down, and then we can get the full nutritional value out of it. Now, it's important to note you cannot just go off of your proton pump inhibitors. You can't just quit. When people do that, they get in trouble. They start having severe heartburn and reflux. You have to take the enzymes and you have to start weaning yourself off of that and rehabilitate the stomach. I had one severe case that took us a year to accomplish that. In most cases, within several months of taking the enzymes and weaning off of those things, the person's fine. But I can think of one case in particular. It actually took a year before she stopped getting the heartburn and the reflux because she has just been on them for so long. So whole foods and whole food concentrates and natural enzymes and the things that we use in our practice are very, very helpful to help in digestion. And if you're having problems with digestion, I know a lot of us don't think that's a real serious problem, but it is. And it actually leads to much more serious problems down the line. So if we can help you at all, you can check my website, www.jeffeccles.com. We'd be glad to help you with some of these problems. Get your digestion in order. Your body will be stronger. Your immune system will be stronger. Everything will work better because it all starts with the digestion.
If you liked this video, we have hundreds of more alternative videos ranging from sexual health to psychology to mind control. So if you liked it, go ahead and click on me to enter the Psychiatric channel.